Hey everyone, this is my daughter Ashley. She has to finish her college classes online because of the quarantine. So I made her this awesome chair that I saw online. I wanted to build it. I was like, I know I can build this. This is me presenting it to her. It's got an awesome canopy on top that slides. I literally built this in less than a day. I saw her out there sitting on the stools and I'm like, oh my gosh, I saw this thing online. I can show her or build this thing for her. So this is me presenting it to her. And she can pull the shade over and pull it back if she wants. Yeah, she loves it. So I wanted to show it to her, but I want to show you guys how I built this thing. It's really cool. First, we're going to start with a 1x4, just round the edges. So take your first two pieces of 1x4x6, okay? So they're 6 foot long, they're 1 inch by 4 inch wide. And then I just used a cup right here and basically just round the corners off. And then I took a jigsaw and just took the edges off right there, the corners. Yeah, so not hard to do. The tools that you need to build this are really simple. This could be a first woodworking project for anybody, but the crazy thing is looking online, seeing this chair, and like basically trying to determine how to make it. So always take a sander if you can, and then there's going to be a lot of supports that go on each end of your 1x4s. And as you can see here, I'm finding the center, 1.75 inches right there, and then 1 inch from the edge. You're going to do that on both of these boards, okay, on each end. And I'll show you the hardware that we use later on. But what we're going to do is, it's hard for me to tell you what size drill bit to use, okay? I always just take the bit that I'm going to use. I mean, not the bit, the hardware that I'm going to use, and match the bit to it. So that's what I do every time. If I try to put the bolt in or the carriage bolt and it grabs a little bit, then I just take the drill and just barely move it up and down through there, get it done. So this is me marking the other side of it right there. And then I've already drilled that hole right there. And then again, I wasn't too happy with the corners. I want to get them rounded because these are going to touch the ground right here. So you don't want to destroy the corners of the board. And that way it also slides better whenever you're folding it in and out. Here I can show you the carriage bolt. And this is how I measure the drill bit right there. Just barely want to cover the threads and then just drill it straight through. This is doing the other side again. I use a nice wood drill bit, get through there, just like that. Hey guys, when you're using these drill bits, don't push so hard. There's nothing worse than a broken drill bit. Don't worry about that. Just drill, let just the weight of it, of the drill itself, just push through. Now, these are the closet rods that I use. They're 1 inch by 6 foot. And inside there is my insert that I used for the carriage bolt. And the reason is you don't use regular wood screws, is you want to be able to remove these rods whenever you need to. Change the fabric, put the fabric on, all that stuff. If you do it right, put these inserts in, and I'll show you, I believe, later how we did that, you're going to notice that it almost hand tightens. And then I'll just take a screwdriver and just tighten it the rest of the way. Do not use a drill, do not use an impact to do that, okay? That is just going to strip or cause too much tension on there. This chair is going to be strong enough just using your hands and your screwdriver, and it'll work just fine. So, and you can remove the rods all you want, in and out, not a problem. So, now make sure when you put these on, I said carriage bolts earlier, I apologize, they're not carriage bolts. You want to make sure that the head of the bolt there is flush, okay, that machine screw right there. Right there. Make sure it's flush because, as you can see, and you'll see later, these boards rub up against each other. So you got to make sure. And that's me showing again the depth of this, because when I drill into the top of the rod, I don't want to just go crazy and just drill too far or anything like that. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of woodworkers that are going to come back at me right now and go, "What are you doing?" Trust me, I'm not pushing very hard. If you do, you're going to get hurt. I want to show everybody how to do it without advice. Now, here's the insert. Bigger drill bit. You want on the insert, right there, you want on the insert to just barely get caught with the thread. So I put a piece of tape there, knowing how deep I want to make that insert. Okay. So this insert nut screw, it's an insert nut screw in, and it's a 1/4 inch -20. Okay, so 20 is the threads right there. And so you want to make sure you get the same type of machine screw. And then so after I've drilled, now when you drill this, go very slow, because you've already pre-drilled it with the other drill bit for your bolt. This insert, that goes super quick. I am not pushing on that drill at all. So there we go. And then go ahead and just measure it right there. Look at that. And that's going to tighten. The one thing I didn't do, because I've never built this chair before, is you should put a dab of glue in there with that insert. Okay, that will completely hold on to it and it won't come out. But I did it. I didn't know if I had to take it out, put it in, and that's me using the Allen wrench to go ahead and put it in. That's going to be a little tighter, but I was able to do it by hand. Not a problem. Just use the Allen wrench, get that in there, and you want to take it flush, if not just a little deeper than the top of the rod right there. Boom, right there. And that's going to go in. And now we can put the machine screw in it if we need to. You can see it in there, and it's in there tight. So here's me with the first rod in on the corner. Now, what I'm doing is I'm measuring the inside of the second set of boards. Remember, this folds together, okay? You'll see later this folds together. Basically, around the other two edges, I used a pencil. That's all I need right there. That's my gap. You're going to do this gap on both sides. So this board that we're working on now fits inside the other two boards. And they did the same down here. So what I'm going to do is I rounded the other first edge on that board. I'm going to come down here. I'm just going to mark it. No need for a tape measure or anything like that. I'm just going to do it by sight. There we go. So just mark that. Now there's no reason or need to just cut that straight off, straight across, okay? Because what I can do is use that cup again to round the edges and just put the rounded edge there and use the jigsaw. I don't need to cut it off, and you'll see that right here. So there we go. There we are. See, no need to cut it first. Just use the jigsaw, cut it. On the jigsaw, go slow, but keep that blade going. That'll get you a nice, good circle on there. And then I'm going to sand it later. And this is me talking, not realizing that the microphone was not on. So that's okay. You get to see my mouth moving. That's too bad, because everybody's missing my words of wisdom right now, which is probably great, my philosophy. So here I am, putting it on. One end to the other, there's a gap. And so these two will slide. And then exactly in the center, we're going to end up later on drilling the drill bolt to put the carriage bolt through. Right there. That's how they're going to scissor together. So as you can see on the first frame, I've got the first rod on one side and the first rod on the other, and it's perfect right there. So it's 6 foot long. This one ended up getting cut 6 foot minus a couple of inches. Now this one's going to get more of the closet rods on it. It's going to get 4 pieces. So there's me drilling 2 holes for 2 closet rods on one side. Okay. Now this is it right here, putting this one on. One of them just gets one on the other side. Again, this should tighten by hand. Not a problem there whatsoever. because when we do our fabric and we sew it, we are definitely going to need to take it off. So there's two rods on this side, right? One is for the string or the wire you're going to use for the tension. The other one's going to be for the canopy. And again, I'll show you later why that's going to need to be. So when drilling these rods, you want to go slow and you want to be careful that you're going to go straight down. Now here's me measuring up from one end and I went 18 inches. The reason is I want to go a quarter of the way up on the legs we're working on now, because that's where the seat's going to attach. And there it is right there as I attach the bolts. So this is going to get one end of one of the canvases after we do the sewing. A quarter of the way up. So if it's 6 foot, we're going to go 18 inches and put that in right there. Now this leg right here, this bracket is really strong just because we're going to have four closet rods that are holding it together. Now this right here is me drilling for the center. This is where it's going to scissor. All you need right there is you just need the 2-inch 3/8-16 carriage bolts. The reason I used a carriage bolt and the reason I'm going to use the acorn nuts on the other side, is you got to think, my daughter's sitting in this chair. I don't want any sharp edges or anything. Now, in between the two boards, I put 2 washers. I want to separate slightly these 2 boards. See that right there? That's about it that we're going to get. Now I drilled it just perfect where that carriage bolt will thread in there. That way the wood is not completely, utterly rubbing against each other. And there I am using a hammer. Yeah, I didn't want you guys to see that, but that's okay. Don't use a hammer. If you need a hammer, you didn't drill it good enough. I can just see people, woodworkers, cringing right now. Washer on this side, acorn nut. And you're going to see why I use an acorn nut. Look at that. It's smooth. You're going to tighten that down. That way, when she's sitting there, nothing grabs her. There's no bolt, end of the bolt or nut or anything. Now look at this. I am super excited. I put it together and look at it. Oh, perfect. That's the scissoring that you need in order to fold it together. Oh, it looks so good. So this is me right here being super excited. I'm like, oh, I can't believe it worked, but it did. So, hey, real quick about the shirt I'm wearing. My daughter gave me that shirt and for Christmas. So now whenever I do woodworking or anything for her, I wear that shirt and I will wear it in public. That's right. I will wear that to Home Depot or anywhere if she's with me. I'm like, you give me a shirt, I'm going to wear it. Be proud. So I think she's got used to it. So now this is the top that I'm drilling because this is where our cord is going to go. There's going to be 2 of them. I went in about 3 inches from the edge, not the edge of the rod, but the edge of the board. Then here is me putting a temporary cord because I want to get the right angle, because this is how we're going to measure for the canvas and everything like that. Okay, we're not going to sit in it yet. That's just a temporary paracord that I put on in order to get the right angle. Basically, it should be almost a 45-degree or 90 degrees to each other. And that'll be the perfect, with the backrest and everything like that. So it'll work out great. Now, what I did was I used a painter's tarp. I got a high quality painter's tarp, not the cheap one, so it's strong enough for her to sit in. I believe it's called a 10-ounce. And it's 4 foot by 15. We only needed 2 foot wide. So what I'm going to end up doing is cutting that thing in half. And I got 15 foot long, so there's going to have to be 2 15-foot long sections. I can basically make 3 chairs out of 1 canvas drop cloth, which I'm going to make a second chair later. So I already have the canvas. It's already there. And this wood is not expensive at all. And you'll get some markings on the wood as you see there, some stamps and everything. So what you'll want to do is just sand that down later if you plan on staining it, which please do. Please stain it. Even if it's a light color, just stain it. It helps protect it when it's out in the sun or any moisture or anything. And here's me teaching myself how to sew. So I'm kind of a person that just likes to look stuff up and teach myself how to do something. And good thing I'm not showing you how I do this in the beginning, but here we go. Yeah, guys can sew too, and we do it well. Look at that. So what I did was when I cut this canvas in half, I had to hem over the edges because otherwise it's just going to come apart on you. And now it's time for the grommets. Right there. If you guys have ever put these in before, they're really easy. We're just going to take that and stamp it. This is for the paracord that holds the chair together, and this is the canvas that goes on top. You know, you'll see why we do this. You want to protect the edges of the canvas, and this kit, this grommet kit, comes with the stamps and everything to put it together. It's so easy to do. You'll put one underneath like that, and then you'll take the top one right there, put the top stamp on top. That's pure metal right there. It's really hard. And then you just take the hammer. You can almost just push it together. Just take a hammer. Don't hit it too hard. Gosh, like I did. And it just goes together. Look at that. Now you can slide the string in and out of it all you want, and it's perfect. So here's I'm putting the seat together after I sewed the canvas. Look at that. Oh man. And if you need to loosen the top one right there, the top rod to slide that in, go for it. But see, that's why we don't use wood screws. Look at that. You can take it in and out all you want. Get it lined up. Oh, that's perfect. So there I'm putting the first cord on. What I do is I just don't tie a knot. I take that paracord and I wrap it around. Always cut yourself some extra. I didn't get enough right there. So there's so much friction that you're not putting all that strain on that knot when you tie it. And then here I am threading it through there. So you can see where it goes around one pole or one rod on the top. The other side of the canvas that's for shade does not get attached. That way you can slide in and out. And there I am, go over, under, just like that. Oh, that's perfect. We're getting close to the end of this build. This was a simple project. I loved it. Wish I could give you guys more details. Right there. Now, remember, we're not going to put all that pressure on that knot because this is what holds it together. Tie it around. Ah, there it is again. Look at that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll make better videos later. This is like my first YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Look at that. Slides together, folds together. She can put it for storage if she wants. Bye, Ashley. And I'll see you guys soon.